Today we'll be talking about the following manga series: Sensei Can't Teach Me Love, and My Former Student is a Hunk. I hope you enjoy and maybe find a new manga to read. First off, we have Sensei Can't Teach Me Love, a romantic comedy manga written and illustrated by Motomi Minamoto. It was serialized in Shogakukan's monthly Shonen Sunday magazine from June 12, 2018 to June 10, 2022, and compiled into 7 tankobon volumes. The story falls into the genres of comedy, romance, and slice of life, with a shounen demographic focusing on school life and an age gap relationship dynamic. It explores the tender, often awkward push and pull of forbidden affection between a high school student and his teacher, blending humor, heartfelt moments, and the tension of societal boundaries without delving into explicit territory. At the heart of the narrative is Ryo Arase, a 17-year-old high school student who comes across as lazy and disinterested on the surface. Neglected by his family, he juggles long hours at a part-time job with his studies, often struggling to keep up academically and risking having to repeat a year or even drop out. Despite his laid-back, languid demeanor, Arase is a cheeky and confident young man with a knack for teasing and charming older women, which adds a layer of playful mischief to his character. His life takes an unexpected turn through his interactions with his strict Japanese literature teacher, Rinko Yoshitaka. Yoshitaka is portrayed as a no-nonsense, glasses-wearing educator who's unpopular among students due to her rigid, straight-laced personality. She's conscientious and dedicated to her role, but beneath her professional facade, she's also somewhat lonely and isolated in her personal life. To help Arase stay on track, she begins holding him back for one-on-one supplementary lessons, reprimanding him for incomplete assignments, and pushing him to improve in a seemingly typical teacher-student manner. However, what appears to be a standard disciplinary relationship hides a deeper secret. Yoshitaka and Arase are already romantically involved, sharing stolen moments of intimacy away from prying eyes. Their connection sparks from mutual attraction, but it's complicated by the ethical and legal implications of a teacher-student romance. Yoshitaka imposes a firm condition on their relationship. They must keep it completely hidden and resist advancing physically until Arase reaches the age of 20, ensuring everything remains above board once he's no longer her student. This self-imposed rule creates constant temptation and internal conflict for both, as they navigate their feelings while maintaining appearances at school. Arase, with his bold and affectionate nature, often pushes the boundaries, leading to humorous and flirtatious encounters where Yoshitaka struggles to uphold her principles despite her own desires. The story delves into their efforts to find time for romantic escapades, like late-night visits or study sessions that blur into something more personal, all while avoiding suspicion from classmates, colleagues, and family. As the series progresses across Arase's final 2 years of high school, the emotional and physical attraction between the pair intensifies, leading to a mix of light-hearted, comedic episodes and more poignant, heart-rending ones. They grapple with jealousy, misunderstandings, and the fear of discovery, which could jeopardize Yoshitaka's career and their future together. Supporting characters such as friends like Hieta, Sakota, and Kurokawa add layers to the school environment, occasionally intersecting with the main couple's secret life and providing opportunities for subplots that highlight themes of loneliness, responsibility, and growing up. The manga maintains a will they or won't they tension, skillfully dancing along the line of intimacy without crossing into salacious territory, emphasizing purity and emotional depth in their age gap love story. Funny mishaps arise from Arase's cheeky antics and Yoshitaka's attempts to remain composed, but the narrative also touches on the genuine struggles of their situation, making it a sweet, straightforward rom-com that balances fluff with subtle drama. Next we have My Former Student is a Hunk, a captivating josei manga that blends romance, comedy, and drama with steamy undertones. Written and illustrated by Shinichiro Norie, the creator of Absolute Duo, this series explores the complexities of an age gap relationship evolving from a teacher-student dynamic into something far more intimate and charged. Serialized since 2023, it originated as a web novel titled Dekaku Nata Seito ni Kyu Konsareru Hanashi, a story about getting proposed to by my student who grew huge, and has been adapted into manga form, with ongoing chapters published on platforms like Twitter and later compiled into volumes by publishers such as Seven Seas Entertainment. The story centers on Inose Hinata, a 35-year-old single woman who operates a small English conversation school from her modest apartment. Attractive yet hopelessly unlucky in love, Hinata often finds herself reflecting on her stagnant romantic life, feeling the weight of her advancing years and the absence of meaningful connections. One ordinary evening, after a solitary night of drinking to drown her sorrows and lamenting the possibility of remaining single forever, Hinata is jolted from her melancholy by an unexpected knock at her door. To her astonishment, the visitor is a tall, strikingly handsome young man, none other than Shotaro, or Shintaro in some romanizations, her former student from over a decade ago. Once a shy, scrawny child who looked up to her with innocent admiration, Shotaro has undergone a remarkable transformation during his high school years, emerging as an irresistibly hunky, confident 18-year-old on the cusp of graduation. Flashbacks and narrative insights reveal the depth of Shotaro's long-standing devotion. As a young student, he harbored an intense, unwavering crush on his sensei, persistently proposing marriage and openly declaring his love despite the daunting 17-year age gap that separated them. Hinata, ever the responsible and empathetic educator, handled his affections with gentle care, rebuffing his advances kindly while setting a firm boundary. She promised to seriously consider his proposals only after he turned 18 and became a legal adult. This condition was meant to protect both of them, allowing Shotaro time to mature and ensuring no ethical lines were crossed during his formative years. True to his word and undeterred by the passage of time, Shotaro has returned precisely at the appointed age, now embodying maturity, charm, and a burning passion that leaves Hinata breathless and flustered. As the plot unfolds, the manga delves into the awkward yet electrifying tension of their reunion. Hinata grapples with a whirlwind of emotions, surprise at Shotaro's physical and personal growth, nostalgia for their innocent past interactions, and an internal conflict over the blurring boundaries between her role as a former mentor and the possibility of a romantic partner. Shotaro, for his part, approaches the situation with determination and sincerity, his hot and heavy advances challenging Hinata's reservations and forcing her to question whether she can, or even wants to, resist the spark igniting between them. The narrative skillfully balances heartfelt confessions, comedic misunderstandings arising from their age difference and shared history, and moments of steamy intimacy, all while exploring deeper themes such as personal growth, the evolution of forbidden affections, second chances in love, and the ethical nuances of relationships with significant power imbalances from the past. Character development plays a central role in the series. Hinata is portrayed as introspective and cautious, her professional demeanor clashing with her vulnerability in matters of the heart, often leading to relatable moments of self-doubt and hesitation. Shotaro conversely exudes patience and resolve, his transformation from a naive admirer to a confident suitor highlighting themes of perseverance and maturity. Supporting elements, such as Hinata's daily life running her school and occasional glimpses into Shotaro's high school experiences, add layers to their world, enriching the story without overshadowing the core romantic tension. A mature, funny, and deeply romantic age gap love story about second chances, personal growth, and the thrill of saying yes to the impossible. As always, I have provided the titles in the description of the video. And while you're down there, why not subscribe and like the video for more daily recommendations like this one? For more daily recommendations of doujins and more adult-centric content, check out my Patreon. The link is also in the description. As always, thank you for watching and have a blessed day.